Hello guys, today we're going to look at digestion in mammals. So you know that digestion is just a process by which food is broken down in smaller particles which the body can be able to absorb it. So the energy required for all the processes and activities that take place in our bodies is derived from the foods we ingest. The digestive system allows us to utilize food from such diverse sources as meat and from animals and the roots of the plant, and also utilize them as energy source, where it is the ability to coordinate the chewing of the food without injuring our tongue and lips, or the preparation of the food from the stomach into the duodenum while receiving the appropriate enzymes. Our digestive system allows us to manage the process without much thought and often while performing other tasks. The process of digestion is a fascinating and complex one that takes the food we place in our mouth and turns it into energy and waste product. This process takes place in the gastrointestinal tract, a long, connected, tabular structure that starts with the mouth and ends with the anus. The food is propelled forward within the system, altered by enzymes and hormones into usable particles and absorbed along the way. Other organs that support the digestive process are the liver, the gallbladder, and pancreas. The time it takes for food to travel from entering the mouth to be excreted as well is around 30 to 40 hours. Your digestive system is uniquely designed to turn the food you eat into nutrients, which the body uses for energy, growth, and cell repair. So here is how it works. Digestion in the mouth. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. In fact, digestion starts here as soon as you take the first bite of a meal. Chewing breaks the food into pieces that are more easily digested, while saliva mixes with food to begin the process of breaking it down into a form your body can absorb and use. So you know that digestion in the mouth, you know that the mouth contains the salivary glands which produces salivary amylase. That when you chew the food, it makes up this salivary amylase and turn into a process called the boros. The boros are travel. You know that these boros can travel down to your stomach. Let's see how it travels from the throat. From the throat, you know that the throat is also called the pharynx. The throat is next destination for food you have eaten. So from here, food travels to the esophagus or a swallowing tube. In the esophagus, you can see in the diagram here, the esophagus is a muscular tube extending from the pharynx to the stomach. By means of a series of contractions called peristalsis, the esophagus delivers food to the stomach just before the connection to the stomach. Here is a zone of high pressure called the lower esophageal sphincter. So this is a valve meant to keep food from passing backward into the esophagus. So I see that when you ingest food, the food cannot come back through your mouth under normal circumstances because of this esophageal sphincter. So it blocks immediately when the food enters, pass through the esophagus into the stomach. This sphincter blocks this pathway so it cannot come back to the mouth again. So digestion in the stomach. Here, the stomach is just a sac-like organ with strong muscular walls. In addition to holding the food, it's also a mixer and grinder. The stomach secretes acid and powerful enzymes that continue the process of breaking down the food. So when it leaves the stomach, food is the consistency of a liquid or paste. From there, the food moves to the small intestine. As you can see, that digestion of carbohydrate food does not occur in the stomach. The stomach is just a temporary store of this food. It mixes it with the required enzymes and then allow it to travel down to the small intestines. So digestion in small intestines made up of three segments. This small intestine is made up of three segments: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. The small intestine is a long tubulary cord in the abdomen. The abdomen is spread out. When you spread this abdomen, then it would be more than 20 feet long. So the small intestine continues the process of breaking down food by using enzymes released by the pancreas and bile from the liver. So bile is also a compound that aids in the digestion of fat and eliminates waste products from the blood. Peristalsis, that is a contraction also at work in this organ, moving food through the mixing through and mixing it up with digestive secretion. The duodenum is largely responsible for continuing the process of breaking down food, with the jejunum and the ileum being mainly responsible for the absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream. So you can see that digestion, when immediately you ingest a piece of food into your mouth, it travels through the pharynx to the esophagus to the stomach to small intestine. That is, before you enter the small intestine, normally pass through this small curve shape called the duodenum. Here, the duodenum, the liver secretes the bile and also the pancreas so that the digestion will fully occur in the duodenum here. So now, immediately when the small intestine finishes its process, it now passes through the colon, the rectum, down to the anus. So the role of the lower GI tract, the gastrointestinal tract here is to solidify the waste product by absorbing water. Store the waste product until it can be evacuated, going to the bathroom. That's just like that, so you understand it. And help with the evacuation process. The large intestine, which is the colon, has four parts: the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, and the sigmoid colon. Altogether, the colon is approximately 7 feet long and connects to the rectum. Here, as in most parts of the gastrointestinal system, the waste product is moved along by peristalsis. As the waste product passes through the colon, water is absorbed and stored in form. The stool from the colon is stored in the rectum. The anal sphincter provides the control over releasing, store, or holding it. And see, the three accessory digestive organs, which is the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. Seen in the picture here, you can clearly see how these occur. So now let's know what pancreas is. Although the pancreas is mostly known for its blood sugar regulatory function with the production of insulin as part of the endocrine system, the insulin goes directly from the gland into the bloodstream. It is the main producer of digestive enzymes as part of the exocrine system. The enzyme produced by the gland pass through a duct into the intestines. These enzymes are released into the duodenum and help with the digestion of fat, proteins, and carbohydrates. So now, the liver. The liver produces bile for fat digestion and elimination. In addition, nutrients are stored in the liver, and toxins and chemicals are filtered by the liver. Now the gallbladder. Bile is stored and released from the gallbladder when fatty food enters the duodenum. The gallbladder contracts and releases the bile. Now the colon, which is a large intestine. The colon is a 5 to 6 foot long muscular tube that connects the chiasm, that is the first part of the large intestine, to the rectum, the last part of the large intestine. It is made up of the chiasm, the ascending, which is the right colon, the transverse, which is across the colon, the descending, which is the left colon, and the sigmoid colon, so called, for its S shape. So the Greek letter for S is called the sigma, which connects to the rectum. Stool or waste left over from the digestive process is passed through the colon by means of peristalsis or contraction, as you can call it. So first in a liquid state and ultimately in solid form as the water is removed from the stool. A stool is stored now in the sigmoid colon until a mass movement empties it into the rectum once or twice a day. It normally takes it normally takes about 3 to 6 hours for stool to get through the colon. So the stool itself is mostly food debris and bacteria. This bacteria perform several useful functions such as synthesizing various vitamins, processing waste products and food particles, and protecting against harmful bacteria when the descending colon becomes full of stool or feces. It empties into content into the rectum to begin the process of elimination. So you can see that when this happens, the food you take in, this is how it takes place to leave your body again. Immediately you are putting in, several processes are occurring, and then finally you release as waste out of your body. But the important thing is the nutrient in this food, the required nutrient in the food you ingest are absorbed by the body system. What passed out there from the anus there is just the waste product, the ones that are not useful by the body. So that is how digestion occurs in human beings normally, or not specifically in us mammals. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you want to know about other parts of my video, like the hormones the hormones in menstruation period, the hormones, these are the hormones that involve in reproductive season. You can also check my channel for that. And also the parts of flowers, all that on my channel, so you can check my channel out to know if you want really to know about them. Thank you.